Hello everyone, hope you're having a great day today. This is Phyllis with CreativeDomenica. Today I wanted to come on here and do these cute little 3-pocket one-page wonders, I'm going to call them, because this was made by using, and this is the paper we're going to use today. And this was made by using a 12 by 12 sheet of scrapbook paper. And so I just did 2 little samples here so we could work on these. And so the first thing you will need to do is get yourself a piece of scrapbook paper. Double-sided paper is best on this, and this book is just beautiful, the paper in this paper pad. So we are I'm just gonna take, as much as it hurts me, I'm gonna use this paper. And I'm also gonna use, we're gonna cut out some of the ephemera pieces in this book because they're just so beautiful. And so let's make this first, and then we will, I think there are some smaller tags in the back. Yeah, like these adorable things. We could actually put 2 of these together and make some journaling spots. So we're going to play with this later, and I'll flip through it for you, and I'll let you see this. But let's just get this one done first. And so again, you're going to need a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and I absolutely love this paper. And so then what you're going to need to do is, let's see, I have my my directions over here. So determine which way you want to put this, right? Because you're going to see part of this and part of this on these tags. So the first measurement you will need to make is come down here on the bottom, and you're going to make a mark at 8 inches on the bottom here. So you're going to do 8 inches on the bottom, and then up here on the top, you're going to make another little mark at 4 inches, okay? So you will have a 4-inch mark on the top and an 8-inch mark on the bottom. And so then you will need to get your, you could either get a ruler and cut this by hand. What you need to do is you're going to line up these 2 and then cut between the 2. And so I like to use my paper trimmer for that. It makes it really easy. Let me see if I can make this smaller for you. Okay, so all I did was I have my 8-inch right down here, and I'm putting that on my cutting guide, and then we're going to angle this paper, and then we have the 4-inch piece on the other, lining up on the other side. So here is where my machine is going to cut. So we have the 4-inch lined up, and I just want to make sure I have this right. Okay, so we have the 4 inches up on top, and I have my 8 inches on the bottom. Just take your time, and okay. And so now we're going to have these 2 parts here. And I don't believe that they are exactly the same. No, they are exactly the same size. So that's what you're looking for. Okay? And so now we're going to take one of these sides. And I really do love this, this big, beautiful rose here. So we're going to see how we need to fold this so we could see that. Let's do this side first. So now that you have this cut out, get your scoreboard, or just get a ruler and measure. We are going to score this paper at 3 inches in 3 segments here. Okay, so we're going to score the first one here. Let me remove this. So we will score the first one here at 3 inches. And then we're going to score the second at 6 inches. And then we're going to score the last one, let me see, that was 6, right? At 9 inches. So you will have 3. And I like to do this on the other side too, because you're going to be folding this back and forth. And so that's going to be 3 inches, 6 inches, and 9 inches, right? Okay. So now just start, and just make sure when you're doing this, your bottom is straight too. So you're just gonna fold one, then fold it back on itself, and then you're gonna fold the last one back on itself again. And then you have this beautiful, you have that beautiful tag. Now, if you want to do it the other way, you could certainly start on this side, and you could have that now as the front, and then we're going to fold that back and fold it back again. And so when you have your double-sided paper, you're going to choose which way, but I like it better the other way, because this is much prettier on the front than in the back. Okay, so we're just going to do it this way. Okay, and then what I would do is just make sure all your sides are down, you're completely straight here. And these are nice and fast and easy. Here, let's use this one now. Let me see. That one's really nice too. This one, it really doesn't matter how you hold it. Let's see, let's try this one. So now, I'm not gonna hold it, I'm not gonna do it this way. We're gonna do it this way and see what happens. So again, we are going to do 8 inches. We'll see how this comes out. 8 inches, make a mark. And then at 4 inches, we're going to make a mark. Okay. 8 inches and 4 inches, and then we're going to do the same thing with this. So here's our 8-inch mark. Okay, there's our 8-inch mark. Here's our 4-inch mark up here. Okay. I mean, this just makes it in my cutter. Okay. All right, so let's see now. I hate wasting beautiful paper, but that's not going to waste. I'm using those the way they are, so that's fine. So, I mean, you're going to have boo-boos when you do stuff, without a doubt. Not everything's going to be perfect. And so let's see. Yeah, see, that's the way now. So always turn it on its side. So if your paper is facing this way, you're going to turn it you're going to turn it over once. So if your paper's facing this way, you will turn it to the side. This way, when you're folding this, everything will be even. So let's see. And I'm hoping this little snail is going to be on the front because he's cute. Okay, so we're going to do it at 3, at 6, and we're going to score it at 9. And then I'm turning this around just to score it again at 3, at 6, and at 9. Okay. Yes. Look at that cute little snail there. He's adorable. Okay. So you just have a little bit of the rose poking out, but that's fine. So now we have these 3 here, and I'm just going to do this last sheet here. And again, I'm going to score it at 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, and 9. Okay. Okay. And that looks really pretty. Okay. So now we have these 2. And so these are 4, actually. And so let me just put these to the side for a minute. Let me remove this, and then let's get back to this little paper pad here. And I believe you could still purchase this on Amazon. The thing I like about Stamperia paper is you could use all of it. If you wanted to cut these images off the front, you could certainly do that. You have the beautiful paper on the inside here. And so these little postcards are going to be too big for our project, but we can cut any one of these. So I'm going to take this page out, and we're going to use some of these. We're going to make tags out of these. And we're going to use these adorable little tags. And then there was another page here. So you have the little bugs here. This is beautiful. And then these I love. So we're going to take these out. And let's see. I like these 2. So we'll take a little bit of all of these. This way everything will be coordinated. And then you have that. And then you have that on the back. And then this shows you all the pages. They always have beautiful paper packs. All right, so let's put this back here. And we're going to do a little bit of fussy cutting now. So I do love these, and these will fit, I believe, in our pockets. Let me cut one out, and we're going to double check. So I would just get whatever scissor you normally use to do fussy cutting, because it needs to be a sharp scissor. So let me grab mine. And this is a Tim Holtz scissor. I love this scissor. It's nice and sharp, and it does a good job of cutting. So what I'm going to do, actually, let me get my big scissor for a second, because I just want to cut down the center of these, because we're not going to use all of these. Okay, and now I like to cut mine in smaller pieces. Okay, so I did love my butterfly. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to fussy cut this. And if you're new to fussy cutting, the key when you're cutting things out is you do not move your scissor, move your paper. So you're going to have like a light touch on it, and you're going to just move your paper, not your scissors doing the cutting, but you are guiding it. You're guiding your paper. And it's much easier to cut when you do it this way. Okay. And so your left hand, or if you're right-handed, whichever is your dominant hand. No, you're not dominant hand. So I have a light touch on this with my left hand, and I'm right-handed. And you have much more control over how you're cutting when you do it that way. Okay, so there is our first cute little tag, and let me just make sure this is going to fit in here, and they do. Okay, so I'm going to cut a bunch more of these, And so let me put this to the side right now. And then I'm thinking, because we have, let's see, we have 12, enough for 12 images. So whatever we're going to do with these 12, with the 12. So I love these two. Like this one, that one will fit, I believe, because it looks like it's about, maybe it won't. That one will though. That one will. So some of them I think will fit. I'm not sure if that one will. And then these, unfortunately, are too big, but that's okay. We'll save those. I like these, so I'm going to cut this out. And we'll just save the bigger pieces for another project. And I like the back of this paper, too. It's just all written, handwritten. And I think, I don't know if these will fit. I think these might be too big, but these certainly will fit. And so let me just... I do want to cut some of these out. So let me cut all these pieces out, guys, and then I'm going to come back and we'll continue. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of things that I cut out. And so what I'm going to do now, because this book is pretty cut up, I'm just going to put a paper clip on the bottom here just to hold everything, because I still have my cover in my back, and then everything inside will stay, it won't fall out. And so we're done with that for now. So let's just gather our pieces here. And we're going to put other ephemera and stuff on here too. So the first thing I need to do is distress everything. I'm going to use this because I really like this VersaFine Claire Toscano, I think that's how you say it. And this is Acorn, and I really like that color. So I am going to, I think this was the one. Let's see. No, it's this one. So I am gonna just grab one of these here and just start to distress. See, I love that. It gives it a nice, like a nice little vintage vibe. So now I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna do all of these on camera. I'm just gonna do one or maybe perhaps two, certainly one, and then I will finish these other ones. And so this is kind of the tedious part where we have to distress everything. I mean, the tops. So that's going to take a little bit of time. And if you don't want to, you know, permanently put this in your junk journal, you could certainly use some kind of paper clip or some other kind of something else to hold it to your page, to your paper, because the back of this is just beautiful. So yeah. And I often thought about when I was working on these, the other thing you can do is you can just close the front, leave this open, and maybe put some little sheets of paper in here for a journaling spot, and then you have the back. So we could certainly do that. That might be an interesting thing to do. And so I'm going to give that a little bit of thought. And so now all of these will fit in here very well. And so we have this one will fit in the back because this is long. And so if we did decide to keep this open here, we could maybe put something like this in here. That might work. We could maybe put a brad on here and have a piece of paper, and this way we could just move this and then have our piece of paper. So I think we might try that. And so let me get some components together here, guys, and then I'm going to be right back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have one of our Faux coffee stained papers here that I use all the time. And I'm just going to take this and just simply outline this here. And then we're just going to cut this out. And again, I just like to make my what I'm cutting out smaller. It just makes it easier to navigate. And again, we're just turning the paper. And try to open your scissor pretty wide when you're doing these fussy cut kind of things. It just gives you more, it gives you more control. Okay. And so now if we have this in here, and if it's a little wonky because we're just doing this by hand, you could just trim some of it off. Okay, so let's distress this, remove that. Now you could certainly just keep this. I need to trim this a little. So let me get, I don't know if I want to just use a brand in here or what I want to use. Being I have them right here, that's what we'll go with. So I have my little pack right there. So I'm gonna put this little clip on here. And let me just get my, okay. I'm just kind of eyeballing it here. I just want to make sure I have enough room to put my little, and let's go with, these are really tiny, these little brads. So I have that like that. Now, if we do decide, I mean, you could put a brad on here, and if you decide to shut this, you could put this in here. If we're going with what I said a moment ago, this is what I'm going to do. Because we have to bring this through the back. So just pick a spot that you're happy with. And just continue this hole in here. Okay, so let me remove that for a second. All right. So now we could attach this. And then just close the back here. Okay. And if we want to, without making too much noise, we could just give it a little hammer just to make sure that's sitting nice and flat. Okay, so now on the inside here, you could, you could see your whole picture now, and I think the butterfly looks sweet in there. And then, look, you have a little journaling spot there. And so I think that was a good idea. Let me just distress that one piece here. Okay, so I'm liking that. Okay. And so we're going to close. So let's see. So let me get my glue. Here it is. Also thinking, I mean, this paper is just so pretty. I don't know if I want to close that yet. I'm giving some thought about what I want to do with this. Because if we left that open, no, we're going to close these. Yeah. So we are going to put our glue. I think I'll put a little bit of glue on that too. So you're going to put your glue along this side here. And I'm trying to go as close to the edge as I can. This way it gives us more room for our whatever we want to put in here. Okay. And so we're just going to close that. And just make sure the bottom is shut too. Okay, so then that's going to be open. And then we're going to do the same thing on this one. We're just going to put our glue on the edge here. And then on the bottom. And then that just gets folded over. And then this becomes our front. Okay, so now I think I like this guy in here. I think that looks really pretty because those pretty flowers. And we could certainly do the same thing too if you'd like. We can, and I think that might be a nice idea. We could take another piece of our paper here. And let's just, we're just gonna cut. Just measure it. And then we're just gonna cut this out. Because it's nice to have some journaling spots on these cards. And you don't want to cover that pretty paper either. And so let's see. And then we have the top. We could just cut that out easily. Is rather than do this though, we will, because we're going to make this like a proper tag. And let me get these out of the way. I'm confusing myself. Okay. So let me get, okay. All right. So what we are going to do, we're going to put these two together. And again, I'm going to hold them together with one of my little clips here. And so then we'll distress all this stuff. So let's see, I need the bigger side. I think this is it. And we're just going to eyeball this. And let's see. Okay. And I think what I want to do is, instead of doing a ribbon, I think I want to maybe put one of these cute little charms on there. So I think, and these are gold, so let's use a gold. And we'll just put this in here. And I don't want to put this on very, very tight. I want to maybe give it just a little bit of wiggle room so we could get to our paper. So let's see. Yeah, I didn't press down too hard. It's still attached, but it's just, I needed to give it a little bit of room. Let's distress this. Okay, so that is distressed now. We have our little top put on. And so let's see. I know this set came with a lot of pink, which is nice because I think pink would look sweet on this. Let's see. I think I'm just going to put a jump ring here rather than this. And so we're going to use one of these. Okay, so we have that on. Let's put our little flower. And then we'll close this guy. Okay. So that looks cute, just having that little flower on that. So I like how that looks. And so now we have him going in that top pocket there. And we have a little dangle. And then we have this guy in here, which is nice. And then on our front here, we can, and then I'm going to show you something else we're going to do. Let's do our little butterfly, and then we could do a little ribbon in here. So let's just distress this. And we'll do another gold one. Okay, and then let me just grab my little ribbon here. And we're just gonna fish this through here. Let's see. We want to cut those just a little bit. They seem a little bit long. Okay. Now, the other thing I was thinking about is, that looks really cute. I want to keep this closed, and what I'm gonna do is get a gold paper clip. So we're gonna use a small gold paper clip, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna fancy it up a little bit. So you're gonna get this outside piece right here, and then we're gonna work on the inside piece. But let's do this outside piece first. And these are really easy to do, and they make the paper clip look really nice. So you're just gonna take that outer edge and you're just gonna bend it back just to make a loop. So you have one loop on that side, then you're gonna come on the inside here. And then you're just gonna do the same thing on this one. So you will grab this inside loop here, and if I could see it, the angle I'm at is not, hold on. The angle I'm at is like bad. Okay, so I have the inside one now, and you're gonna do the same thing. You're just gonna turn that down. And when you do yours, you'll be able to see it. I can't see what I'm doing really. Okay, that's good. Okay, and then again, I'm just gonna get my little hammer here and just flatten that down a little bit. And then you could put this on your page like that. And what we're also gonna do is I'm gonna put another little dangle over here. So I'm gonna get another one of those jump rings out. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't thinking of doing any of this to this today, but I like how it looks. And this paper is so ornate and pretty. You really don't want to put like, I don't want to put like stickers or anything on the front. I just want to keep it, I want to keep it just simple. And so we're going to put this here, and I think I'm going to take that long, there was a long pink one that was pretty, like this one maybe. And I got these cute little charms on Amazon. I'll list what I can in the description here. Okay. So I think that looks really, really cute. I am liking that. Okay. So I really love how this came. And so I'm going to have to finish up these other ones off camera because this is a little long, this video. But again, guys, just, especially if you have any Stamperia paper or any, really, a lot of the paper packs that you buy have all kinds of tags and tickets in there. And then you would be able to, you know, you'll be able to coordinate your ephemera in these packs. And we could certainly, I'm going to be making more of these. I'm going to finish up those 4. And so, but you could just distress this because it's so pretty and just put it in this pocket too, because the flowers are really, really pretty on this paper. And so I think what I'm going to do before I let you guys go, I am going to get my other punch over here. Where is it? Here it is. And I am just going to, I like this one. That's kind of an elegant little, even though it doesn't do much, it just kind of snips out the corner. I love all the flowers on this, in this little spring pack. I may have to get another one of these packs before they go bye-bye and then I can't get any. They're not too expensive either, if I remember. I want to say maybe $12, $13. I have to check the prices now. Everything's gone up, so we'll have to see. Okay. All right, and then that's as easy as that. And then I have all this to play with, which is fantastic. Let me make a clearing here in the middle. All right. So now we have this cute little thing, Flora, and I'm going to put it right in back of our little tag here. And I like having those little flowers poking out. Okay. And so I think this came really adorable, guys. So you have your journaling spot up on the top here. You have a nice little piece of ephemera. You have your little tag. And then you open this up and you have your little journaling spot on the inside. And this little cute little paper clip now is going to hold this little book closed. And this was all done with one 12 by 12 piece of paper. You get 2 pretty tags. And I think this was, no, here it is. So you get 2 pretty tags with one sheet of paper. So this is great to bust your stash, you know, if you have double-sided paper you haven't used. And so, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit like and subscribe. And to all my new subscribers, thank you so much. Anybody new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. And so listen, guys, you have a great rest of your day. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.